Good morning. I'm Pam Rentz, Vice President of Instructional Affairs here at Chipola College. And with me today is Dr. David Boven. He's the Dean of Business and Technology. And we're here to showcase some of the many academic events that are happening on campus. One thing we wanted to remind potential students is that we have a Term C. And Term C is an 8-week course that begins March the 4th and goes through April 30th. Registration for that term begins on February 25th. If you didn't have an opportunity to get all of your documents in and get cleared for admission in January, you still have time to do that and get registered for Term C. And there are courses from every department being offered, and many of those are online. So we would encourage you to take a look at Term C. We're looking at many things that are happening here on campus, and Dr. Boven, you have a lot of things happening over in your building. One of those, we just hosted a Brain Bowl tournament last weekend. So can you fill us in on that?
Yes, we sure did. Building Z seems to be an exciting place on campus now. We have more and more activity really in the heart of campus. The Chipola Brain Bowl, led by Professor Stan Young, did a great job. They qualified 3 teams for the Community College Championship by placing 1st, 6th, and then positioning for a 19th seed in the state. So they actually participated for the Northwest Florida NAQT sectional, and Chipola, the A team, won the tournament with a 9-0 record.
Wow.
The Chipola B team had 1 loss, and the Chipola C team actually qualified for the next step as well for nationals. Chipola A team will enter the national tournament as the number 3 seed in the nation, and Chipola B will enter as the number 4 seed. And again, Chipola C qualified, and they'll be number 19 seed. So we have 3 teams from our campus. We're quite excited to be placing in the nationals with 3 teams.
And I think we're the only college with 3 teams in the national tournament.
That's what our notes show, and
yeah.
that's exciting. Professor Young is really working hard with our students and making a difference on campus.
Yes, and Mr. Young was also, we had at one time 7 consecutive state titles, and we just won our 8th title in 2018, and that's a record for the state. That's more than any other college in the state. And because of that long run of consecutive wins, Mr. Young was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the FCSAA Hall of Fame for the Brain Bowl division. That was in 2014, and in 2015, his volunteer assistant coach, Robert Dunkel, was inducted into the same Hall of Fame. And Mr. Young informed me yesterday that Dallin Kelson, a former member of our Brain Bowl team, and a large contributor into those many state championships, is also being inducted into that Hall of Fame in the student division this year. And I think Dallin is the 4th student ever to be inducted into that Student Hall of Fame. So we're really excited about that for Dallin.
Yeah, so for a college with a great sports history, we're really starting to make our presence known for academics.
Yes, yes, and Mr. Young is a big part of that with his Brain Bowl team. We also have the Throssell Literature Language Festival coming up over in your building. That's coordinated by Dr. Rachel West, a faculty member in the English department. And I've had people ask me several times, why is it called the Throssell Literature Language Festival? But Dr. Throssell was a department chair in that department many years ago, and he left an endowment to the college, to the foundation, with the stipulation that it be used in that department. So that's what funds the Literature Language Festival, and we certainly give honor to him for his generous donation.
It's a wonderful history.
Yes, so tell us a little bit about that upcoming festival.
So that'll be held on February 8th, and as Dr. Rentz mentioned, it's led by Dr. West. It's a competition for our district high schools, ranging from writing to speech to Spanish. We have 2 competitive sessions, so we give the students a chance to engage and really practice what they've been working on. Participants also get a sneak preview of the Chipola musical this year, It's Beauty and the Beast. And it's a fantastic time for participating students to showcase their language and English abilities. So to interact with other students and to really apply the practices that they've been working on in the classroom. So it's a good experience for our
Yeah, and we hope that when they come here and win awards, that they'll look at Chipola when they graduate and think about coming here to school. And they've already had such a wonderful experience as a high school student.
Yeah,
so
that's really our goal. We get them on campus, expose them to the many fun things we're doing academically, sports, extracurricular, and the goal is really to have them stay for the 4-year experience.
Absolutely. You mentioned extracurricular, Phi Beta Lambda, that's the organization for business students here on campus. And that's led by Ms. Glenda Bethel, a faculty member in your department, and she does a phenomenal job with those students. So can you tell us what's happening with that group?
Yes, we have a business club that's also engaged on campus, and it ties well to our School of Business and Technology. And the thought is in the classroom, we expose our students to so many exciting ideas from business concepts, accounting, technology, and really with PBL, with Phi Beta Lambda, they have a chance to actually apply those concepts, those skills. Right now, our students are working for the state tournament, which is in Orlando, will be held March 28th through the 31st. And then national competitions will be in June, actually around the 23rd and a few days after that in San Antonio, Texas. It's exciting for us with a great history in many areas that for academics, for students really to shine. We've had national champions in the past based on social media and public speaking. So we try to really engage our students to make a difference here throughout the state and nationally.
And being able to travel like they've gone to so many places, California, Texas. So it's a great opportunity for them to see some parts of the world that they might not have seen before. I know that one of your technology students, Erin Welch, has just received some national recognition. Tell us about Erin's achievement.
So our students, as we mentioned earlier, we try to get them on campus, expose them to what they have an interest in. And for example, our technology students, many of them have an interest in gaming or different aspects of technology like virtual reality. And Erin Welch is one that shined. He enjoys the Rubik's Cube. So in our technology groups, we've created this technology gaming community. He actually showcases his work on the Rubik's Cube, and he's so good, he's a world record holder. So he set the world record here once on campus, a second time on campus, and just yesterday, a third time, he broke his own world record with 9.83 seconds in the Penrose Cube, and he actually won our talent show on campus.
I know, I saw that, and that was very interesting to me. That's awesome that he did that. You mentioned the gaming community. Tell us about that. That sounds interesting.
Sure. Many of the students out there, at home, in the high schools, in the workplace, have a passion for gaming. People of all ages. So it really just gets their first interest in technology. Then we kind of can show them how the games are created. What's behind the programming involved. If it's Python scripting or if it's C# compiled programming, we get them kind of engaged. And so the gaming is really that first step or that second step into this technology community. And just yesterday, we had a competition. We had 16 students. It was standing room only. We actually had to draw a line saying the first 16 that apply, they actually say they want to participate can. And we actually just have them practice the skills. And then afterwards, we talk about what's used to create those games and how they can leverage those concepts in the workplace as well.
That's wonderful activity for them. And I know they enjoy that. That's such a big thing. So wonderful. So we've talked a lot about students. Let's talk about you. And your work with the NSF grant. For about a year now, you've been working with Florida State University on a joint venture with this NSF grant. Can you just kind of describe the background of what you've been doing with that?
Sure. A few years ago, we actually applied with the National Science Foundation, looking at how we can ensure what we're teaching in the classroom is actually pertinent to the workplace. So this research concepts are called learning pathways, taking what the state standards are and applying them to our syllabi in the classroom and ensuring what the students are exposed to is actually what employers are looking for. So we applied those first concepts of these learning pathways to information technology, seeing if our technology employers were happy with the students we were providing out there. And we actually did a comparison. We looked at what the employers needed in a city environment versus those that need in a rural environment. And so we really fit that well, with Florida State being more in a metropolitan area and us being more in the country, as you'd say. So gave us a great exposure. We learned that they're very similar in the employer needs and that there's more work to be done, not just here on campus, but throughout all academics, that we need to keep working hard, ensure that learning pathway is vibrant so students are prepared for the workplace. So it was quite successful. National Science Foundation, NSF, said, great job, let's do it again. So now we're applying those same concepts to advanced manufacturing. And we just met last week at Florida State, and the thought is preparing some of our findings for an upcoming high-tech conference in St. Louis, Missouri this summer.
Good. That was my next question. What's coming next with that?
So just a presentation of our findings. We're actually interviewing employers. We're getting some origin stories. So from students, alumni, those are just exposed to the advanced manufacturing environment. just ensuring that we're looking at the key concepts to help our students be prepared and help our employers want to come back to us for our graduates.
Okay, great. That sounds like wonderful work. Thank you for sharing that. We have so many community partners that we're thrilled to work with, one of which is the Chamber of Commerce here in Jackson County. So I know you have some information about some upcoming events with them.
Yes, the Chamber of Commerce is such a great partner with Chipola College, and they have coming up fairly soon the 91st Annual Chamber Banquet. It's February 26th at 5:30 p.m. at the Eastside Baptist Church in Marianna. And the focus of their banquet is Reimagine Jackson. So it really seems they're trying to reinvigorate to get this momentum going again for the great things that we do in our county. And I've been told tickets are available at jacksoncounty.com.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dr. Boven, for sharing all that information. We have so many exciting things happening here on the Chipola College campus. We're very thankful that the community shares with us in just appreciating the achievements of both faculty and students, and we look forward to sharing many more opportunities and events that are coming our way. So thank you.